We are back with some more Final Fantasies. So we're back at our hideout, or sixth hideout. And yeah, looks like we got some sacrifice.
Wanted to send a message, most likely.
The reports from Eastpool are disturbing. We knew the Vicereine had no love for her subjects, but to order the slaughter of an entire village.
You've lost a letter. Nothing too important, I hope.
Not just a letter. I lost everything. There's a hole in my damn pack, and fool that I am, I didn't bloody notice.
It can't be that bad, surely.
How could it be any worse? I'm a courier. I carry things. If I can't do my job right, then what am I good for? Nothing, that's what. I buggered it right up. That means no herbs for the infirmary, and no fresh meat for our cooking pots. Worst of all, that letter I lost? It was for Sid. A letter he's been waiting on for days.
Maybe if you retrace your steps.
I'd scour Storm from coast to coast if I could, but there are curse breakers in the field, counting on my arrival. No, I'll just have to own up to Otto and Sid. They're gonna skin me alive.
Fine. Tell me where to look.
Are you serious? Thank you.
It sounds like the hideaway could use those supplies. So, where should I start?
Gotan's bales, perhaps? I took a tumble in the bushes when I was passing through. There's a chance my pack might have caught on something. If you can find everything I dropped, you'll be doing us all a favor. And if you can find Sid's letter, you'll be saving my life.
If it's there, I'll find it.
Wonderful. Now, I have to run if I'm to make my next delivery in time. I trust you can find your way to Gotan's bales. Oh, and hurry, will you? Sid doesn't like to be kept waiting.
I'm sure he doesn't. The letter won't last very long out in the elements. I should make for Sambrek as soon as I can.
He's never this late. Where are you, Randall?
Is everything all right?
Forgive me, young man. I was in a world of my own. I'm worried about my friend, you see. He left some time ago and hasn't returned. You know what it's like out there for a bearer on his own.
Why leave the safety of the hideaway?
For coin. Sad though it is, our need outweighs the risk. The hideaway can't survive on goodwill alone. And though Karen does what she can, her coffers aren't bottomless. Wait, you were a soldier, were you not? In the Imperial Army?
I was.
Then might I ask a favour of you? I'm too old to be traipsing hither and yon. Will you go and find him for me?
I'll do what I can.
Oh, thank you.
What can you tell me about your friend?
His name is Randall, and I suspect you'll find him in Lostwing. He's been working for Quinton, the tavern keeper. He'll know something, I'm sure.
I'll speak to him.
Safe travels, my friend. And thank you again.
You're that soldier who chased off the royalists. I want you to know that you'll always be welcome among us. And that my parlour's always open.
That'll be enough for today.
But how did the grocer know his daughter had been stealing off to the vineyard to see them?
What can I interest you in today? Ah, yes. Keep fighting the good fight.
Sun's setting fast.
There haven't been any
They'll all be back
surprises
from the
since your
vineyard
last
soon.
visit. But we all know how fast that can change.
So it took a tilt between the Wardens of Light and Dark to finally drive the Royalists from our shores. Pity it came at such a price. They say the fields of Belenus were black a full fortnight with all the ravens.
Ah, if it isn't Sid's young protege. To what do I owe the pleasure?
I'm looking for a bearer called Randall. I hear he's been coming to you for work. He was expected back at the hideaway some time ago. A friend of his asked me to check on him.
Randall, you say? The porter? Yes, I know him. And I can't say I'm surprised if he has been delayed. I gave him enough to do. Though, thinking about it, he should probably have been back by now.
I'll go and look for him. Where was he headed?
He was to meet an associate of mine to the south of here, on Lorbert's Pass. I do hope nothing's happened to him. Be sure to let me know, Clive.
That'll feel good, boy.
What'll we do for supper?
A whole day on the line and they're still not dry.
The shad's all salted and smoked. But it'll be an age before the stink's gone from my skirts.
Back are you? Did Master Quentin summon you?
Wearing the hanged man now, are we? You know what that means? It means that if you ever cross Master Quentin, you'll be doubly sorry.
from a couple of the bearers what you did to them royalists over at the care. Glad you're on our side.
You all right?
You're right now.
The hanged man. Thank the gods. You're one of us. We were attacked. Beastmen on the road. Randall knew he didn't play the hero, but reckless sod insisted on drawing him off.
Where did this happen?
Further down the road. In the clearing. Please. You have to see that he's safe.
I'll do what I can. You go back to Lost Wing and tell Quentin what happened. Goblins. Why am I not surprised?
It's over. Stay down. Finished.
distance, boy. Don't let them get away. That's enough.
Randall.
Sorry, Randall. Looks like I was too late. He doesn't deserve to rot by the roadside. I'll speak to Quentin.
Quentin later.
A whole day on the line and they're still not dry.
The shad's all salted and smoked, but it'll be an age before the stink's gone from my skirts.
The courier said his pack might have split while he was passing through the bales. I better keep my eyes open. Good. Looks like I'm in the right area. More of the lost supplies. I doubt he could have fit much more in his pack. Still no sign of Sid's letter, though. I've come this far. Might as well ask around.
A little overdressed to be picking grapes, aren't you? Are you here for Master Quentin?
I'm looking for a letter someone dropped nearby, and I suppose you've seen it.
Can't say I have, sorry.
Well, if you do,
Wait, I did pass a dog with something in its mouth a little while back. Could have been a piece of paper. No idea if it was your letter, but you never know.
which way did it go?
Towards Lost Wing? Seemed well looked after to me. Dare say someone there's been feeding it.
To the village, then. Thank you.
It's looking to be a fine harvest this year.
The shad's all salted and smoked, but it'll be an age before the stink's gone from the skirts.
It seems we have our culprit. Sorry, boy. Someone's waiting for this. But he's waited long enough already. Hopefully this will keep our courier out of trouble.
Back, are you? Did Master Quentin summon you?
Don't tell me. Turnips for supper.
But how did the grocer know his daughter had been stealing off to the vineyard to sleep?
Ah, there you are. My man told me what happened. And? I can't help but notice you're alone. Damn it. I feared as much.
He's not far from the south gate. I trust you'll do right by him.
Of course. I'll send someone right away. I knew he was brave, though I didn't know he was reckless. Poor fool.
And you known him long?
A while. I liked the fact that he didn't shy away from dangerous work, and he liked what I paid.
Because it helped keep the hideaway afloat.
I'll tell Sid what happened here. I expect he'll be none too pleased to learn of Randall's fate. And I suppose you're none too happy either. For your trouble.
have another cup, Daddy?
How many have I had?
Don't tell me. Turnips for supper.
Horse riding, just like the Witcher. Could have been useful.
Well, at least you're safe. Poor Randall. The damn fool. Surely his life was worth more than a handful of coin.
I heard Otto barking at his lot earlier. Didn't sound happy.
Maybe I should just own up. Oh, there you are. I just got back to the hideaway and thankfully Otto hasn't seen me yet. I don't suppose you,
Found the things you dropped. I did.
I was so sure they'd be gone. And the letter?
Only a little worse for wear.
No more skulking about in the shadows for me, then. And all thanks to you. Losing those supplies was one thing, but if Sid had found out about that letter...
Is it about Cursebreaker business?
If only. It's from his daughter. She's off studying in Canver, and her letters are all that keeps Sid sane while she's away.
He never mentioned a daughter.
Well, he's a busy man. And thanks to you, he won't be wasting his time smiting careless couriers with levin boats. So I'd say you did us both a service. Here, for your troubles. If there's anything you're wanting from Sid, today's the day. He'll be sweet as honey once he gets his hands on this.
There's a commotion in the main hall. What's happened this time?
Clive, was it?
Aye.
Take a seat, Clive.
So you're really going through with it? Sid's been talking about bringing down a mother crystal since I've known him. But that's all it's ever been. Talk.
He's convinced it's the right thing to do. We'll be leaving for the capital shortly.
Well, you couldn't have picked a better moment. Seems the hiding the Royalists gave him wasn't enough to dampen old Sylvester's spirits. His legions are on the march again. This time, due south.
Another war.
All as the great Grieger wills it. Bloodthirsty little miss, that one. But that's God's for you, innit? Still, might work to our advantage on this occasion. Wars breed chaos. On the front lines, and at home. With a fair wind behind them, a handful of like-minded ne'er-do-wells could melt into the back alleys of Oriflamme. No trouble. It's making it to the capital that's the problem.
The checkpoint.
That's right. Anyone travelling in or out of Oriflamme has to go through Northreach. Lucky for you, I might just know of a way.
Yes.
Well, no, not that. That gets you an audience with the Dame. And it's the Dame who'll see you safely through Northreach. I'll send the Stolas in the morning, let her know you're coming. We go way back, and she's a true friend of the cause. I'm sure you'll get on like a house on fire.
That's good of you, but who is this dame, and where will I find her?
She's the proud proprietress of Northreach's foremost house of ill repute, the Vale. And she's quite a woman, if you know what I mean.
A woman. Right.
Don't go blinding her with your charm now, lad. I'll be expecting a full report when you get back.
I suppose that's everything. Now to find Gav.
Oh, you're the new lad, aren't you? Goat at your service. Otto's put me in charge of reading through the reports sent in by our allies and picking out any problems that might... And there's no shortage of problems, I can tell you. Or maybe I don't have to. Oh, well. Anyway, if you're ever interested, reckon you could probably tick off the odd thing here and there. They say little acts of kindness are their own... Me? The way I see it. So, what'd you say? Anything catch your eye?
Ah, you're Sid's man, if I'm not mistaken. Couldn't trouble you for some assistance, could I?
That depends. What do you need?
Some new bearers from Oriflamme just arrived, and it cost Master Quintin a pretty penny to convince their owner to part with them. Man must have been a bloody tyrant. Can't get a peep out of them, try as I might.
They're probably terrified of you.
You're probably right. Dare say it'd take a bearer like yourself to open them up. So, will you have a word with them? Help them settle in?
I can try.
That'll do me. Tell them they're safe, and that if they need anything, they just have to ask.
I'll let them know.
Appreciate it. They're sitting over there, taking a long overdue breather, looks like.
So you're the new arrivals. You're... Say...
Truly. I'm hungry.
Wait here. I won't be long.
But how did the grocer know his daughter had been stealing off to the vineyard to see them?
Sun's setting fast. They'll all be back from the vineyard soon.
Can I have another cup, Daddy?
I'll have 2 plates of whatever you're serving.
Sorry. We've enough mouths of our own to feed without tending...
It's not for...
Oh, my apologies. I didn't... Well, in that case, you may have whatever you require.
That's really all it takes.
Of course it is. I do as Master Quinton commands. And Master Quinton commands that none of his favoured guests... Well, don't keep our new comrades waiting.
Bread and wine. Hopefully this'll be enough.
How many have I had? Wait, I don't want to know.
Don't tell me. Turnips for supper.
Brother, did you see? That bearer spoke to a master.
What manner of place is this?
Here. Bread and wine from the tavern.
May we? Truly? Such plenty. Never in all my days.
Brother, this place is like a dream. We sat and no one shouted. We ate and more was offered.
I know. I can't believe it.
You're free now. And the next time you're hungry, you need only ask to be fed.
Thank you for everything. Thank you.
Much obliged.
What happens to us?
But what'll we do for supper?
Bet you'd like to see what's behind that door, wouldn't you? Well, not on my watch.
Master Quinton will never forgive me if I don't save that crop. Wait, that's... Oh, glory to Griga! If you're a friend of Master Quinton's, then perhaps you'll help me.
And you need someone to...
I do indeed. I suppose the smell's got 'em worked up. And little wonder. I tried chasing them off myself, but they won't flee from... And if I don't bring those grapes in for pressing suit, you look like you can handle that blade of yours. Please.
All right.
Oh, thank you. You'll find them over at Gotan's ba-
How did the grocer know his daughter had been stealing off to the vineyard to see the lad?
Don't tell me. Turnips for supper.
What pest?
That must be the vineyard. A few wasps shouldn't give me too much trouble.
That's enough. Over
Looks like that was the last of them. I'd better let Quentin's man know.
Don't tell me. Turnips for supper.
Those wasps won't be interfering.
Oh, thank you. Our Gotan Rouge fetches a handsome price among the rich and powerful of the realm. We use that money to keep our comrades fed and imperial wolves from our door. The vineyards were Master Quinton's idea. He wanted to give bearers a place to work, a place where they'd be safe.
Well, he certainly seems to have done that here. I'm glad I could help.
I'll see that he hears of your kindness. And once this vintage is ripe for drinking, there'll be a glass or two raised in your honor.
did the grocer know his daughter had been stealing off to the vineyard to see the lad?
I've seen your face before. You're a friend of Martha's. Help us, I beg you.
Help you with what?
Bandits in the Golden Stables. They're waving their swords. When I saw what was happening, I slipped out the back.
All right. I'll see to your problem.
Thank you.
How many were there?
I was out of the door. They looked a nasty bunch, though.
Ha! Golden Stables my ass. All Martha's hiding back here is coppers. Huh? Oh, that's a fine sword, friend. Heavy, though, I expect. What say we relieve you of it? Get him, lads. I want that blade.
Let's get this over with.
That's enough. Fall.
I'll be keeping my blade, thank you.
There he is, the hero of the Golden Stables.
People will think twice about pushing us around again, thanks to you. We're lucky you were nearby. No good cowards wouldn't have dared set foot in the place if I'd been here, of course.
But you weren't. I thought you told me you had someone watching the place.
The Blood Axes keep an eye on the tavern, yeah. When they're not busy keeping the peace, that is. I've spread them as thin as they'll go. The Empire might be in charge, but that don't mean they care to keep us safe. If it weren't for the Blood Axes and me, merchants won't come near these lands for fear of what might happen to them.
I see. Then you do Rosaria a great service.
Just as you did today. You're a useful man to have around. Here.
And there'll be a mug of something tasty waiting for you whenever you next stop by.
Right, we've got work to do for to make this place presentable. You best be going, before I arm you with a mop.
There he is, the man of the hour.
Well, 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 someone's in a hurry.
Just following orders.
Funny, I never took you for the type.
Can't all be as obedient as you, Gav.
Eh?
Fine day for a little mischief, wouldn't you say?
Is this all of us?
Actually, Gav won't be coming.
Just the three of us, then?
Drake said is the keystone of the Empire. Oriflamme's in chaos, yes, but that doesn't mean we can march an army through her gates. The fewer our numbers, the better our chances of going unnoticed. And should that plan fail, well, we have our icons to fall back on.
Sid, I don't know if I can. Ifrit still seems to come and go as he pleases.
Ordinarily, priming an icon comes naturally to a dominance. But then, you are no ordinary dominance.
Well, he's still got the blessing of the Phoenix, doesn't he?
Not to mention what he sucked out of Garuda. And did I ever tell you about how he was once the greatest shield in Rosaria? You know, I reckon he could probably cause a path out of the capital on his own if need be.
Let's try not to find out.
We're less likely to be spotted if we travel separately. I'll meet you in Northreach in a few days. You two behave now.
Last thing again.
So, we're meeting in Northreach. But will I find Sid and Jill before this dame finds me?
But how did the grocer know his daughter had been stealing off to the vineyard to see the lad? Sun's setting fast. They'll all be back from the vineyard soon.
Is it safe to ride to Northreach now?
It's over. Not this time. That's enough.
There. Northreach.
It's over.
The soldiers used to speak of a brothel, but that was north of the checkpoint. I hope the dame has friends in the south.
It all smells
Welcome, good... Bugger off, Branded. Can't you see I'm with a customer?
Give me one of those hands.
Fresh fish!
The biggest.
All from the Sea of Grace this very morning.
Keep your hands to yourself. No one will buy anything that's been soured by a Branded's touch.
Each one is handcrafted from the fire.
Do you see anything you like? Come back again.
Are you gonna buy something or not?
A moment, my lady.
A moment? I doubt you could afford even that much of my time. Branded.
My mistake.
No, mine. Upon reflection, you don't have the scent of a branded about you. The flowers. Otto always did know how to please me. More than Sid ever did anyway. Do you think you could please me, Clive?
You're the dame.
Let us leave such impersonal titles to my less preferred clientele. You can call me Isabel. Otto assured me I could trust you. I can trust you, can't I?
You can trust me, yes, but... why would you...
Help you? Because that's what we do. Long ago, Sid did me a kindness when no one else would. I have never forgotten that. Without it, I would not be where I am today. And so, I make it a point to do the same whenever possible. Which brings us here. To the final obstacle between you and whatever it is you seek in the holy capital. I fear the guards are not likely to let a masterless bearer pass unmolested, unless...
Unless...
Unless, of course, his master deigned to appear. Yes, that will do nicely. But shall expect a favor in return.
Wait, what?
However, do they get that colour?
The fruit's not getting any fresh.
What the hell are you doing?
Tut tut. We cannot have people thinking I tolerate disobedience from my branded.
The men who gave me this are no more my masters than you are. But it's not as if I can hide it.
From the moment you acquired it, that brand has done naught but take. But today, it is going to give you exactly what you want. Just play along.
Madame, back to the Vale already?
But of course, we must make ready to welcome you, my dear.
And who might this be?
Why, my new escort. The streets aren't safe for a girl, what with all the royalists about.
Well, don't work him too hard.
Well, that rather depends on you now, doesn't it? I'll see you all at sunset.
Oi, hold up. Another fucking branded. Oh, you're lucky you're with the dame. Get out of my sight, filth.
That wasn't so bad.
Wasn't so bad. They might have recognized me.
But they didn't. And even if they had, they wouldn't have done anything about it. The gentlemen of the garrison are some of my best customers. We have an arrangement, as do you and I. Now, if you'd care to follow me, we can speak more at the Vale.
Doesn't seem like I have much of a choice.
And if anyone requests her company, tell them she is feeling unwell.
Madame, you look stunning.
As do you, my dear.
Shall I have one of the girls draw a bath?
That won't be necessary. Clive, my darling. Welcome to the Vale.
Thank you for seeing me through the gates, my lady. I am in your debt.
Well, that was the whole point, wasn't it? And I told you, it's Isabel. Whatever wound you so tight, I wonder. It's certainly not Sid's influence.
You, mentioned a favor. What is it you'd have me do? I don't want to keep my companions waiting.
If you mean Sid and the girl, you needn't worry. They have yet to reach the checkpoint. Yes, Otto asked me to help them as well. But to answer your question, I need you to find someone for me. One of my girls. Tatienne has been gone for several days now, having left no word of explanation. And I've begun to fear the worst.
I feel as if I've spent my whole life searching for people. Though I can't say I'm any good at it.
I trust you'll do your best. Oh, and take this. proof of that trust. And hopefully enough to keep prying eyes from looking too closely at that handsome face of yours. Now, I have matters to attend to at the Iron Flagon. If you find anything, ask for me there.
I should probably start here.
You wear the dame's brooch. She must trust you.
Enough to have me look for one of your colleagues. A woman by the name of Tatienne.
She's still missing then. Oh, if only I'd comforted her.
You saw her before she disappeared?
The day before. She was in tears. She'd lost her comb, a gift from the dame. It wasn't anything fancy, but you could tell it meant the world to her. You see, Tatienne was an orphan, and she looked upon the dame as a mother, as do we all.
So she was upset.
And I didn't lend her my shoulder. But perhaps someone else did. Tatienne shared a room. Her chambermaid may have seen something. She's over there, sitting by the pond.
Thank you. Let's see what her chambermaid can tell us then.
So you're the new escort the girls have been talking about. And you've already been sent off on an errand, eh? Poor boy. He'll be knackered before the real work begins later on tonight.
I'm told you share... Did she...
Before she went missing, only that she needed to meet. She did mention a name.
You do?
Lad from the garrison. Annoying little shit. Spent every guil he earned on Tatienne. Followed her around like a lost puppy. Tatienne was... She thought about saying something. But the dame was so proud of her for how much she was bringing in.
This man from the garrison?
Of course I did. He tried to sneak into our room enough times. Slimy sod's got a scar over one eye.
You've been very...
Don't let him get away with this.
A man from the garrison. Seems a trip to the barracks is in order.
Well then, I suppose you'll need a little something to remember me by.
That's the day done then.
Heard the bones fell favourably.
Sergeant's got it in for us to. Huh. Where's your commanding officer branded?
Hey, you lost or something? Sorry.
I'm just passing through.
That'll be why he's struck.
The dame laughed when we offered her our protection. You...
How about it, Brandon?
I'd rather not.
Oh, no doubt. Only...
Fine. If it'll put your mind at ease.
Oh, and just so... Take a moment to get ready if you need it. Now...
If that's what you want.
Cocky bastard. Oh, and when you go crying to your mistress, tell her it was Leon who gave you the pounding. Use all the dirty tricks you want, Brandon.
That's enough.
All right. So you know one end of a blade from the other. Enough. I yield. Fuck me.
What the hell are you playing at, Leon? Ah, so it's a real challenge he wants, is it? Fine. Sword up, bearer. Let's have some fun, shall we? How'd a bearer win the dame's favour anyway?
By knowing when to hold my tongue for a start. It's over!
Stay down! You got potential. I'll give you that. I'll be damned.
Can I go now?
Grieger's gas. The bastard didn't even break a sweat.
The dame's man or no, he's still a branded. Best hope the sergeant never hears about this.
Yeah, not after the bollocking he gave us for missing drills. Might be the old sod had a point.
I'll leave you to it.
Yeah, good bloody riddance. At least we know the dame's in safe hands, I suppose.
Do us a favour. If you have to tell the dame about this, tell her we got a good few hits in, eh?
The Emperor's
Yeah, on
finest,
second thought,
thrashed by a
maybe
branded.
don't mention this to the
Sergeant
dame.
may be a
We
surly
wouldn't want you
bastard,
getting
but
into
he's
trouble
no
for
number.
brawling now, will we?
Extra drills it is, then.
Heard the bones fell favourably. To the Vale, then, is it?
What do you think? Nothing like a quick...
I don't know how a bearer came by the moon and stars, but thank goodness I found you. Can I trust you to be discreet?
About what?
About this. About what I wish to ask of you. About the fact that I, a humble creature, assist the Dame of the Vale in her endeavors. As unlikely as it may seem, there are those within the upper echelons of Samberquois society who find the Empire's treatment of bearers to be barbaric.
All right. But what do you want from me?
This town is carried upon the backs of its bearers, and yet not for the want of coin. Simple fare cost little. Contemptible though it is, my countrymen would sooner cut off their noses to spite their faces, and despite my best attempts at secrecy. My efforts to which brings me to my request. The brand upon...
Fine.
Oh, thank you. An extra meal may not seem like much. Here, What food I can provide goes where the need is greatest. 3 bearers, overworked and...
It's no wonder so many...
Tragic, true, but do not let anger make you be discreet for both our sakes. And for the sake of those we feed. Oh, and when you're finished, a word in the ear of one of the dame's girls would be appreciated.
You won't be staying then?
I'm afraid not.
Crystal's curse is bad enough. Can't let people starve as well. You look like you need a rest.
Not half as much as I need this. Thank you. I don't eat it here, though. Not where anyone might see.
Has it always been this bad?
Oh, it was worse before the Chamberlain. I'd be dead without him. Me and many others.
That's something at least.
It's not been half a moon since Bellen's tour.
That's what we signed up for.
I have something for
From the Chamberlain. Thank you. You need to leave. Now. Please.
Branded! Who told you to rest? Stoke those damn flames! And you! If you've got a message for me, out with it. If not, return to your post.
Excuse me, you there? The gentleman with the sword. I cannot help but notice you. Might I trouble you for some...
And who exactly would I...
Oh, forgive me. I am Etienne, a humble merchant. Though I have business beyond these walls. But the guards have grown... And who better than someone... Would you be willing...
Why not?
Marvelous. The task is simple enough. Pass through the gate and deliver packages... There are 3 in total. A grocer, an apothecary, and a distiller. You need only mention that the items you carry are... fresh from the master's table.
Nothing dangerous,
Why, of course not. And though I cannot prevent strongly...
Enough! Curse you! Get away from me! You'll work faster next time if you know what's good for you!
Here. It looks like you need it.
The Chamberlain must have sent you, but alas, my work is far from over. If I don't go now, they'll beat me.
You need to rest.
But I won't. I've wounds to heal and bones to mend.
And what of your own hurts?
They'll wait. As will my hunger. Thank you, though.
A drover has more regard for his cattle than the Empire does its bearers. Anyway, I'd better head to the Vale.
That bastard!
Tatienne is very special to me. All of my girls are. I need to know what happened to her.
right. Are you here for business or pleasure?
Business, though not my own.
So he just as well. I hear his friends back.
So he really is.
There was a time when he was the Vale's most illustrious customer. He was one of the only people round here who seemed bothered by the way the Empire treats.
Rare for one in his position.
A fact not wasted on the dame. A little nudge from her is all it took, and he became the patron saint of Northreach's staff. My sisters and I may have lost an uncle, but bearers are being.
Glad to hear it.
Gives you faith, though, doesn't it? To know there are people out there like him. And it's no wonder the dame's got a soft spot for you.
I haven't seen you around the Vale of late. Oh, don't tell me you've grown tired of life.
We've the right to confiscate any objects forbidden by the throne.
No one's allowed through the gate until all packs
You say these are all from Dalmekia?
There's nothing here for your kind, Brandon.
I have a delivery from Etienne.
Why didn't you say so? Times are hard. Sorry about the welcome. Here. You can tell Etienne I'm a man of my word.
Perfume.
Oriflamme's finest. Just as promised.
I have no...
Well, I have business with you.
I do not know you.
Somewhere the gate guards won't be paying him.
Fine. This is lighter than usual.
I can always take it back.
You will do no such thing. Had you been the tool of any other man, I would payment.
Cigars.
Those cigars.
What did you say was in these pies again? I warn you now. I don't sell to your kind.
Etienne sent me.
Didn't know he had his own bearer. Business must be booming. That is no burden off my back. And...
All this for a drink.
not just any drink. The very best. Specially distilled for my most discerning customers. The guards find that, they'll seize it before you can blink. If Etienne likes it, tell him there's more where that came from. For a price.
Of course. Perfume, cigars, and spirits. Someone has expensive tastes. The question is, how can they afford to maintain them? I suppose there's only one way to find out.
Ah, you have written...
I believe these are yours.
Delightful. The dame will be pleased.
You don't say. And would she be pleased to learn what you had to exchange for those items?
You mean the crystals? No need to be coy, my boy.
Why not just tell me in the first place?
An honest man wears deception like shackles about his ankles. I couldn't risk you stumbling under the gaze of the guards. After all, we both know the punishment for dealing in unsanctioned crystals, even such morsels as I provide. And if you don't know what this day's work may have cost you, then, well, I dare say you'll sleep all the better for it. Despite the risk, our friends beyond the wall gladly give their finest and most treasured wares for the paltry.
I didn't realize crystals was
as scarce as chocobo teeth. Hence the Do you think it vulgar that I profit?
I think you're doing what you...
Yeah, indeed. A reward for a job well done. I have the goods I was commissioned to gather, and the guards are none the wiser. I thank you, as will our mutual friend when she hears of how you have aided me.
The markets are a very...
Ugh, you need not remind me. They're incessant.
It's not been half a moon since Bellamy's.
Heard the bones fell favourably.
I'm looking for a man with a scar over his eye.
Looking for a man? Hold your tongue. He wears the dame's brooch.
There's only one man in the garrison with it.
On account of him being in Moor. Yannick left a few days back. Said he had dealings with a merchant there.
The dame thanks you. Moor is the last village on the road to Oriflamme. I should let Isabel know where I'm headed.
Clive, tell me you bear good tidings.
That remains to be seen.
Oh, Tatienne, you could have told me.
This Yannick. The soldiers I spoke to believe he's in the village of Moor. According to them, he claimed to have some business with a merchant there. Though that wouldn't explain his continued absence.
And you plan on traveling to Moor to ascertain the truth?
Isn't that what you want?
Oh, it is, but I fear sending you there may cause more harm than good. The people of Moor are rather set in their ways. You'll find they have little love for bearers, and they will not hesitate to report one such as you to the constabulary. There is a man in Moor who owes me a favor. More than one, in fact. His name is Bertrand, and he works at the stables. Tell him I sent you.
I shall return as soon as I find something.
That's the day done then.
Well then, I suppose you'll need a little something to remember me by.
Oriflamme, how many bearers suffer to keep your granaries full?
I let her out of her pen while I think she's lost.
I can't promise I'll find her, but I'll try. Describe her to me.
She's beautiful white hair, and she likes walking in the wheat. Oh, she must be starving.
In that case... That's a lot of field to search. With a little luck, someone might have seen her. You work these fields?
A brandy. Why should I help you?
Because a girl from the village asked me to find her pet.
Chloe, is it? Last I saw, the filthy creature was sniffing at that girl's old enough to know she should tie her pet up when...
The windmill.
Off with you now.
Chloe? More brown than white. Someone napping on the job. I hope they don't mind the interruption. The crystal's curse.
Chloe, I was calling you. Didn't you hear me?
What?
Get up now. You've slept long enough. It's time to go home. Chloe? Why did you already turn into a rock? I only made you do a bit of magic. You knew you were my favourite. None of the other Chloes had pretty hair. It could be months before Dad gives me another one. I have to wait until they're too tired to work anymore.
Is that all she was to you? A plaything? Do you really not care that she's dead?
She's not dead. She's a rock.
That? The crystal's curse? That's just how she died. And now she's gone forever. Giving another bearer her name won't change that.
No, don't say that.
It's true. And without that brand, she would have been just another girl. Somebody's daughter. Just like you.
But Dad said bearers don't have parents.
They do. Parents that give them away. Families they'll never see again. But you became Chloe's family when you took her in. Remember that. And remember her.
The lot of you. There's still work to be done.
You, Branded, here, now. You're late.
Late for what?
Did they tell you nothing? Well, don't you...
All right.
My. He's over that way, towards the coast.
For someone whose son's in mortal danger, he didn't seem all that worried. Something's not right here. I need to be careful.
The wolf! It's going to eat me!
What if I can help it? Stay back. I'll deal with this.
Fall!
No! You weren't supposed to kill Wolfie. You were supposed to die. Father will have you whipped for this. Bearers aren't supposed to win. They never win.
What is this?
You're not supposed to talk. Stop looking at me like that.
Having fun?
Why are you still speaking?
The wolf's work, no doubt. But it's not the wolf that's to blame. Someone needs to put an end to this, before it happens again.
You, Brandy, come here this instant. How dare you frighten my son? That wolf? What? You are the entertainment, nothing...
Nor am I.
See? I told you.
You're not the Branded I... Well, the sins of the slip...
That unlucky wretch would be the dame. I can summon her if you like. Though I doubt she would welcome the interruption.
You serve the dame. Why would a woman of her caliber...
You look afraid. Well, how do you think those bearers in the field felt? Can you imagine their fear? Their pain? From the look of you, I'd say you're starting to get an idea of the first. Now, if you need help with the second...
Father, he's scaring me.
You think to threaten us, Branded? The dame's pet or no, I will not abide such insolence.
Can't we just buy another hound? A bigger one, a better one.
Of course, my son. I'll have the villagers fetch us another. With jaws powerful enough to nip this Branded's head clean off his shoulders.
I'm wasting my time. But I can't just leave those bearers lying out there. They deserve a proper burial. That much I can do at least. How many bearers have lost their lives to this nobleman's sport?
More victims of the nobles' games. You must be Clive.
How do you know my name?
The Dame. I'm in her service, like yourself.
Never gets any easier, burying the dead.
Is that what you're here to do?
The mistress has me see to it that none are left to the crows. Since you're here, can you give me a hand?
Gladly. Let's put them to rest.
May their burden finally be lifted. I take it you slew the nobleman's pet?
I did. Now I expect they'll find another soon enough. And when it gets here, more bearers will die. How can they think so little of sending us to the slaughter?
Simple. Because you are not them. Bearers are tools when they're needed, and toys when they're not. Still, such...
Father! Father!
Is this your doing?
Of course not. Wolves kill. It's in their nature. Invite one into your home, he's gonna tear your throat out eventually. Same with bearers. Fed or not, let the realms nest two murderous bastards, and I will here. For their help.
You don't have to.
Take it. You never know. Our paths may cross again. Till then. You have me. Shift your asses.
Had another branded drop in the field yesterday.
If the people of Moor are as intolerant as Isabel says, it's no wonder the Empire never sent my unit here.
Oi, don't touch anything. Good riddance.
Are you Bertrand?
Sounds about right. Well, go on then. What is it?
One of her courtesans, a soldier who may have information on her whereabouts.
Many traders stop to peddle their wares, but only one's been...
Is he still here?
The trader? Oh, yeah. Stubborn sod stood his ground till the soldier got tired of shouting, from what I hear. If you seek him out, keep your head down. Fact is, folks round here would sooner hang a branded than help him. And that's even with the dame's brooch for protection.
Understood.
Weren't expecting any new branded until the new moon.
You don't think he's a deserter, do you?
What's this? A branded?
I come to you from Northreach.
Why? Oh.
Rumor has it you were seen arguing with the soldiers.
He had a comb, which he claimed. But Old though it was, an antique it most certainly was not, as I told him. Nevertheless, he insisted that it was of great value, and was quite vehement about my appraisal. I stood firm, however, and for all his bluster, he still purchased a new comb, albeit an inexpensive one.
And do you know where he went after that?
My customers aren't usually in the habit of telling me whither they are bound, but as it happens, this one did. Yonder ruins, strange as it may sound.
My thanks.
Not at all. I would do anything for the Dame. Anything. Be sure and tell her, won't you, that I was helpful. I mean, most helpful.
It smells of death here, Torgal. Wolves. We can't let them get any closer to the village.
That's enough. Stay down! It's over! It's over! Stay down!
Damn it all. Bodies. Well, the wolves have been busy. But the blood is long dry. So it is you, Tatienne.
If that's true, then the body next to hers will be Yannick's. The girl Yannick went off to sea every night. You said her name was Tatienne.
You. Did you follow me?
Now, why would I do that? Unless you think I'd have good reason to. But no. I was sent to find Yannick. By the looks of things, I have.
We both found who we were searching for.
Nah, he was a jealous sod. Couldn't stand the thought of his woman with someone else. Then one day he sees her with a new comb. Thinks she's got herself a new gallant. Tells the garrison he's going to find the man and kill him. We know it's all talk, but then he disappears off to Moor for some dealings and doesn't come back.
If you mean this comb, it was a gift from the Dame.
If only Yannick had bothered to ask, eh? He might not be rotting on a hill.
I think he meant to ask her something else. He stole the old comb and bought her a new one in the hope they'd wed.
Wed? Where would they have gone? Certainly not back to Northreach with the Dame waiting. And we all know what happens to deserters. Tell the Dame I'm sorry for her loss. When the lads come to collect Yannick's body, I'll see that Tatienne is delivered to the Vale.
Is that wise?
Oh, there won't be any covering up this mess. The most we can hope for is that the Dame doesn't hold it against us. Speaking of which, I saw her in Moor just now. Could you tell her what happened? Might sound better coming from you.
need to tell Isabel? Perhaps the comb will give her something to remember Tatienne by.
If it was a message that needed delivering.
You are still in one piece, I see. You will be pleased to hear that your companions have arrived. They said they would meet you at a little chapel to the east of here.
Thank you, but you needn't have come all this way just to tell me. I was on my way to see you.
You found her then? I see. It is by no means uncommon for a client to fall, but rarely do such tales have happy endings.
I found this with Tatienne.
Thank you for returning it. I shall see that it has a place on her pyre.
I should go.
Before you do, I have one last gift. A token of my thanks. The Vale counts among its patrons several high-ranking officers of the Imperial Army. According to one of the looser-tongued gentlemen, it would appear that the legions are planning to march south.
Or to mention the same thing.
But did he mention that it was all of the legions? This is no mere skirmish. But that couldn't possibly be true.
I will.
Weren't expecting any new branded until the new moon.
You don't think he's a deserter, do you?
Any trouble on the way?
None worth mentioning.
As I was telling Jill, it's worse than I thought. The capital's crawling with soldiers.
And here I am, the deserter come home.
Which is why we'll be taking the back door. Cheer up, you two. Can't think of a safer place in the Empire than a... brothel.
Really? Doesn't seem very private.
So then, how do we proceed?
We'll be using the glass gate. Tonight, just after sunset.
Where the shards are loaded for transport. That is one of the most heavily guarded points in all of Sambrek.
But not the most, which is a start. Besides, I know a shortcut straight to the heart.
A shortcut? And how exactly did you come to know about this fatal chink in the Empire's armor?
Let's just say I may have attempted something similar before. And may have ended up running for dear life after being discovered by Bahamut, but that's not important.
Sid, if the Mother Crystals truly are the cause of the Blight...
If? You wound me, Jill.
What I'm trying to say is, if the powers that be know all of this, why do they sit idle and allow it to continue?
In case you haven't noticed, the God-fearing people of this realm and their pious leaders care for but one thing, themselves. And they'll do whatever it takes to hold on to power. The rest of us are just a means to an end. The moment you raise your voice against them, you're decried as an outlaw, clapped in irons and slung in a cell to rot.
An outlaw.
Whoever controls the crystals controls the realm. But our kind can wield magic without them. To our rulers, we must seem the most convenient of tools, and the most dangerous.
But what makes them think they have the right to use us? To leave us to die when our bodies are spent?
Does a nobleman weep for a broken mug? A torn tunic? Our fate means nothing to them. No, this isn't a battle you can win with words. Believe me, I've tried, but nothing ever gets through. The world is simply not ready to listen. So to hell with talking. If they won't give us a say, we'll decide our fates another way. You can't blame a man for wanting to bring an end to all this, can you?
I can't. But what of all the people you mean to rob of their comforts? Are you happy for them to call you outlaw?
Sid the Outlaw. That'll do me.
You might at least pretend to take this seriously.
Have a little faith, Jill. Even if you don't think much of my choice of digs. If it means my deeds will be remembered, I'll gladly play the role of villain. But first, we have a gate to crash. And once we're in, there'll be no turning back. So you best make ready. The world won't save itself.
Well, I think that will be time to end episode. So join me again next episode where we will storm castle from the back door of the city. Catch you later.